Hello everyone, I am Andrew Can from TubeBuddy. I am going to be teaching you all you need to know about TubeBuddy for today. This is a TubeBuddy tutorial. I'm really excited to be live on the TubeBuddy YouTube channel. Usually I am the one behind the videos, but today I want to be showing you some TubeBuddy features you need to know how to ultimately use TubeBuddy to be successful. There are many different levels of TubeBuddy. We have the free, the pro, the star, and the legend. Our mod team will be helping me out all throughout this. And speaking of that community aspect and our mod team, I wanted to take this time to thank everyone who's joining me live today, or if you're watching the replay. Let me know in the chat if you're watching hashtag live or in the hashtag replay. Another thing I want to just get out there quickly is that if you have never had a free trial of TubeBuddy, in the ticker tape, we will be giving out free trials to TubeBuddy. So this is everyone's chance to have a free trial. That said, I'm going to be showing you some things you may not know about TubeBuddy, and even if you do, it's still important to really bring in and rein in those fundamentals, because over time, not understanding those fundamentals or not having a good foundation will really kind of show in your later YouTube life. So I want to make sure that we go over some of the good fundamentals, the good best practices, and make sure that you're set up to be using TubeBuddy to its fullest. We also have a question document, so if you have a question for me, I will get to it, and we will be answering those live. Please keep them TubeBuddy specific focused, so anything like how do I grow my channel or how grow channel, things like that, we'll not necessarily have time for in this one. We're really trying to keep it focused on what do you want to know about TubeBuddy? Is there anything I can help you better understand? That's really what we want to do. And of course, if you need more help past this live stream, we have a community forum which is in the video description and our mod team will be linking to. That being said, let's go ahead and make our way over to the desktop. I also see Video Joshua, I see 30-day reviews, Classy Beats, Baby Rochelle, 2 Chooks. Great to see everyone in the chat. 31 people are watching right now. Happy to have everyone here. Let's go ahead and show some of the stuff over on TubeBuddy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, if you have not already, and I cannot stress this enough, is you want to make sure that you are using incognito results when it comes to TubeBuddy. So in the TubeBuddy drop-down menu, we're going to go back to the website tools. If you've seen this before, then you know we're going to go to my account. We're going to go to settings. Now I've already brought this up on another screen, but I just need to make 100% sure that my information is secured because that's important. Let's go ahead, and it is. So we are going to transition right back over. So that being said, you want to make sure that you are using the search rank method incognito to get the most accurate results for YouTube. This will give it search results as if you were looking at it in an incognito browser. This is something that you want to make sure you are doing just so that you have that extra benefit of knowing that this isn't taking your own personal search results and your own personal search history into the equation when we're using tools such as the Keyword Explorer. Again, we really want to make sure you're getting a most accurate representation of how someone who's never seen your content would get it. So using that incognito result feature really does help with just doing that. So again, a lot of times when it comes to using TubeBuddy, people aren't necessarily sure where to start, where they want to go, and most people want to use it to grow their channel. But the thing is, TubeBuddy is a lot more than just a keyword resource. It is a suite of tools. And so I kind of just want to take this time to go over some of those tools. So let's transition. So Danny Glasspool, as I am transitioning over, says, amazing, I've been waiting for this. Definitely need help with the keyword tool, with keywords. So that is something we will be going over. But as I said, we are more than just keywords here at TubeBuddy. So if you've never actually used some of the stuff here in the drop-down menu, we have a lot of useful features. So one thing I would say is, if you are not already familiar, TubeBuddy is working on integration at the time of this stream with the YouTube Studio Beta, but it will probably be in the future. But a lot of our features are usable over there. So let's go ahead and click Analytics. And as you see, I'll go to try YouTube Studio Beta to make sure we are there. And I want to kind of show some of the features that are there. Now, we do have a forum post that has what features aren't, but I want to focus on what is. Again, we are going to be getting most of these if they aren't already. So once you come into the new Studio Beta, you'll see immediately where the functionality of TubeBuddy is right on the top. And one thing I want to focus on, especially since a lot more of our features are being added when we get changes, and I'll zoom in, so let me know if you can see this a little bit better. You can kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes magic of TubeBuddy, but you can see the TubeBuddy icon here at the very top, And you can see some of our bulk features, which are very useful. Now, some of these require a star or higher license, but what this allows you to do, and the reason I wanted to bring up these bulk features, are if you want to promote your most recent video, your most recent piece of content on some of your older videos so that you know, hey, I know that my average view duration is X, and I'm going to show you how you can find your average view duration. What if I added a card at that timestamp in my recent videos that pushed to my recent upload? So this will allow you to use your existing catalog of content or all of your YouTube videos to push to that more recent YouTube video. When we were at Social Media Marketing World not too long ago, we got to go to Daryl Eves' Creator Helping Creator event. And what he said, when it comes to a video's watch time performance, what you want to shoot for is about 50% or higher watch time. Of course, the higher the better. But when you are working on your channel and when you are really diving in and making sure that your channel is set up for success, you want to make sure that you can retain 50% or higher. Obviously, we want highest as possible, but with tools such as TubeBuddy's Retention Analyzer, with things such as how much your audience is watching on average, we can really kind of dive in and see. I am seeing some more people are talking here, so I just wanted to take some time to acknowledge it. Lynn Studio says, I'm not able to purchase TubeBuddy. If there's any error, you can always reach out to support@tubebuddy.com through email or go to our support portal. So, vid to vid is great, is what Two Chooks is saying. So happy to hear that you're enjoying some of the features. That is another great feature that you can use to promote via the description. So why don't we go ahead and transition over. So with our more recent TubeBuddy video, which is our TubeBuddy keyword research, you'll see the familiar TubeBuddy icon. And when it comes to promoting this, what you want to do is you can either use the bulk functionality here, or when you hover over like such, you can hit the TubeBuddy icon, so you can then copy the cards. You can use any of our SEO tools that you see here. And on top of that, we also have functionality such as our Launchpad, which makes sure you're following the YouTube checklist. If you have TubeBuddy Legend, you get found opportunities, which is a way that TubeBuddy can show you things you may be missing that can give you growth opportunities on a particular video. And you have quick links, which just gets you around YouTube very fast again. Then you have info, and this is very useful. So if you want to share this video directly, if you want to share it within a playlist, TubeBuddy gives you the way to, let's say I wanted to share my TubeBuddy keyword research weighted versus unweighted in a video playlist. Well, with the info section of TubeBuddy, I can share this video within a playlist link. And then finally, notes. So let's say I'm doing a test, or let's say I changed something on this video. I can make a note that on the day of the stream, March 27th, 2019, we did a live stream talking about this video. And this just lets us know, and only us at TubeBuddy can see it. So, should have hit save, but you get the idea. Sometimes mistakes happen when you're live, but the point is there's a lot of functionality just besides the keyword research that's within TubeBuddy. And again, if you have any questions, even if it's about keyword research, please put it in that question doc in the chat. The mods will be sharing it. And if you're watching this in the replay and we missed your question, consider coming back to the live streams for a chance to get your questions answered from any of our TubeBuddy experts. So as we transition back, I want to go back to that idea of let's find our average view duration for video. We can do that by clicking analytics. And then what we're going to do is we want to see here, and you can see a little back end of TubeBuddy. We have nothing to hide. Our average view duration is 2 minutes, but our videos are around 2 to 4 minutes long. But the only exception is our live streams, which once again, thank you for checking out the live stream. But it gives you an idea that I know our average view duration, and again, you want to make sure you're checking the time frame. This is within the last 28 days. So what I would recommend doing, so you have a bit more data, is take a look and compare over your last 90. Take a look as much data as you can. I'm going to say, for our example, we're going to base this out of all of the dates that have been in 2019 thus far. So if you want to follow this along at home, you can do it. And again, this doesn't necessarily require the TubeBuddy tools, though having these TubeBuddy tools makes doing this amazingly simple. And that's really one of the things at TubeBuddy we want to do. We want to help creators save time so they can spend more time doing the thing they love, and that's creating. So that's kind of one of the things I want to be focusing on. As we transition back, let's go ahead and transition this to the last 90 days, or as I said, 2019 as a whole, where we can see our average view duration for all the content that we have put up in 2019 thus far has been 1 minute and 52 seconds. So if we go back to the videos page, what we know is that at 1 minute and 52 seconds, we should consider adding a card. So with that, I want to go ahead and go to this video's edit, title, and descriptions. And if you're not using the studio beta, this will be the official YouTube studio. Apologize, getting a little choked up over my words, but mistakes happen. So one thing you will want to do is make sure that you're using cards, you're using the end screens to push to your latest video, kind of as we were saying. So as we look here, I want to make sure that I have the ability to edit cards. Now usually they're over here, but of course this being the beta, they sometimes change. So Borderline says, I'm totally lost on what I'm doing with TubeBuddy, so what a better place to learn than to start watching tutorials on it. Well, I'm glad you chose us here. I may have to go into Classic because for whatever reason, I don't have the cards feature I'm familiar with. But that is okay. If you're watching this in the future, it should be right there. But the point is, we want to go to the cards page on YouTube. And if you are unaware, you can have what is called a card template. So we know using our data before that around 1 minute 52, and ironically this video I chose isn't long enough, but it goes into saying if you have videos of varying lengths, you want to usually add a card to your most recent video before the end. So at the video right there that only has about 1 minute and 28 seconds, that's a rare example of where you would want to go into that video specifically, see the average view duration, and right wherever you see a dip in the graph, which I can show you right now if you wouldn't mind, we can see a little bit better the ways that the graph dips and where you should consider adding a card so that when you are pushing to your most recent video, you have viewers keeping on your content, which YouTube likes, and they're keeping watching your content, helping your channel, helping you, and building that trust between the viewer and the presenter, as we are doing here. As we see, 30-day reviews says looking like my view duration has stayed the same to around 2 minutes for my 3 to 5 minute reviews in the last 28 days, only goes up 1 second when I click all year, which is pretty good. Danny Glasspool says that's such a good tip. And again, you want to encourage viewers to keep watching your content. If you notice a drop off, then what we want to do as creators is we want to do our best to keep users on the platform. We want to keep them watching our content. So this can help us create better videos as well. Because for example, 30-day reviews said that around the 2 minute mark in its 3 to 5 minute videos, people are dipping out. So what that shows us as a creator is that around that 2 minute mark, we need to do something to re-engage our audience. So anything we can find or do, and this comes from when we're creating the content, is powerful. So I'll show you using the studio beta how to see your view duration here. So as we go over here and we click on this and we edit the video specifically, I want to take us to the analytics. And once we are on the analytics page, what we will see is we'll see some of the information. So we can see that this video has earned us 21 subscribers. It's got 3.2 thousand views, has about 121 live viewers in the last 48 hours. And it did very well. John Game says, I always use my end screen and info card templates every video I upload, which is a good practice. Slowpoke Slot says, I always put a card at the point when people leave and also put one at the end, plus 2 more on the video end screen. And Slowpoke Slots, that is a great practice. That is something you want to keep doing. So as we go ahead and we kind of take a look at our video's performance, I know that this video specifically has above that 50% watch and view duration, which we were talking about earlier. So what that means is at 1 minute in that 1:28 video, so right before the end screen, most people are clicking away. But at that minute mark is when I need to put the card to either my most recent video, which in the case of this is that video, or a video I'm really pushing or happy about. So obviously on TubeBuddy we upload every Monday. So next Monday when we upload a video, I'll be making sure to push to that video. But I know a video that this would be very useful for, and that video specifically, this video is about our keyword explorer and explaining the difference between weighted versus unweighted. So if people had questions about the difference between weighted versus unweighted, chances are they're going to have questions about keyword explorer, which is the overall topic of what that video is about. when you are linking to videos, be it your most recent, or even if you want to make sure you're adding cards on a drop off, make sure it is a video that is relevant or makes sense to the audience watching that piece of content. As I see here, I see Chuck Williams, I see 30-day reviews who says hit that thumbs up. Bravestar is dropping the question links. So what I want to do now is I want to transition back to the videos page, and I want to make sure that I add that card to the drop off. So I can do this with TubeBuddy on the classic, or I can just hit edit and go to card. So I know that a minute into this video, which I don't think I have a card for, that people are leaving. So what I can do is 1 minute in for this video specifically, go here, and I want to click add card. Here, I want to make sure that I am linking them back to that keyword explorer video I kind of brought up to you to make sure they are keeping on to a relevant piece of content and keeping watching my content. Again, with TubeBuddy, it really speeds up this process because you can have the card upload screens, you can have different things that save you time. Again, if I want to add a card at 1 minute 52 seconds to all 300 videos on TubeBuddy, that's going to take me an average of 1 minute to 2 minutes. Do 2 minutes times 300, that's a lot of time that I could have been spent doing keyword research or creating better content. So with TubeBuddy, what we do is we help save you that time. So once we go back again, I know for a fact that as I look here, we can go ahead and add a video. So we'll create a card around a video. One thing I want to make sure I'm doing is that if I don't see the upload, it's no issue. I can easily just go ahead and search. Again, keeping that minute mark in mind on YouTube, and then I can make sure that I add the Keyword Explorer video from TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy Keyword Explorer, which we should show up right here, and we do. So with that, I can link to this video, which is very relevant to the video I'm linking them to at the 1 minute mark. And again, now we have a video that pushes them how to get more views on YouTube with keyword research, TubeBuddy's Keyword Explorer. Now at the minute mark where most people are dropping off, I am linking them to a video, and you can do that with all of your most recent videos. So now that we have a video at the 1 minute mark, let's go to a little bit of a longer video, one that hits that minute 52 mark, and we can then in bulk add that card to all of our videos. And that is really powerful when it comes to making sure we are linking people to our most relevant piece of content. So let's go ahead and transition, because now we're on the card screen of a live stream. And if this makes sense to you, let me know with yes or no. Are you understanding the idea of finding the drop off area and then adding in cards? And then just kind of let me know. It helps me better help you. So we're going to transition back to the screen. I see from 30-day reviews, I've been trying to put them in there around the middle of my videos or when I mention another product I have reviewed. So here we are on the live stream that Shelly did. And one thing I know is the overall. So it's around the minute and 52 second mark. So why don't we may need to zoom in. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and zoom to the beginning, so we can really focus on that second mark and get our average view duration drop off here. So here we are at 1 minute 52 exactly. And this is going to be pushing to our most recent video because that's what we want to do. So here's a simple way to do this. We're going to go ahead and create the video. We're going to choose TubeBuddy keyword research weighted versus unweighted. And we can create a teaser. And this is something you can do on all of this. What's the difference? And then you can just spell this out, and you can make this something that a viewer would actually want to click on. Someone watching your content would want to make sure and watch. And Ashton or Ashutosh, a lot of what I showed is in beta. For some reason, I am having issues with getting the cards to pull off, but the keyword is Studio Beta. But you can do this in the beta as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say, check out my latest video. Or maybe since this is about, we want the teaser, have you seen my latest? Check out my latest video. So now we're pointing to this. And the way we're going to update is very easy. We're going to go down here to TubeBuddy, set this video as a card template. And what this is going to do for us is it's going to constantly allow us to update. And what we're going to save it as is going to be that. We are going to save this as a card template. And we're going to call this my latest video. And this is what I recommend doing. I put the date. Or I put the video name. My latest video, weighted versus unweighted. And what this tells me is that this card template, and as you can see, my changes are saved. It tells me what video, it tells me I'm trying to push my latest video, and I know by doing the research that it's going to be at that view drop off. Now you can go a lot more specific. So let's transition back. Let's save the name of this template and let's call it a minute 52 second mark. And we can put a minute 52 second video mark, and this is using that TubeBuddy feature so that you can go ahead and have it here. This then helps you add it to all of your videos in bulk, and that's really what we're focusing on. And that's why we want to be pushing. And again, we know that at the minute and 52 second mark, we are getting that drop off. So to show this in the YouTube Studio Beta, which it can be done, I want to make sure you can do it. And that is something that is worthwhile. Now, we're going to go to the My Videos page on your YouTube Studio Beta just to show it there, transitioning back. And then we're going to hit bulk copy card updates. So we know that TubeBuddy saved our card template here. It is my latest video, weighted versus unweighted, at the minute 52 video mark. I'm going to click this, continue. Now it will save all the cards on that video, so I don't necessarily need this playlist. What I need is, have you seen my latest? Check out my latest video. Hit continue. And then I'm going to do a few things. I want to make sure that this is on a full list of all of my videos. And then what I want to do is make sure, and this is if I am doing this with all of my recent videos, what I want to do, and I caution you on the side of caution here, is you want to make sure that at that moment mark, you put this card. So we're going to hit continue. We have all of our videos. TubeBuddy is going to pull up a list, and I was wrong, it's 403 videos. Again, when you're creating a lot of content, when you have a lot of videos, it can to lose track. I also have 3 channels. However, I want to know, are you understanding the reasoning of pushing to your most latest video on the drop off? And do you understand the way to use TubeBuddy templates, such as the card template as I just showed? I'm really curious. Paul Peck is saying good stuff. All around topics is here. We have a lot of good people. And I want to bring that value. And as we keep delivering on the value, one thing I might do is do some channel reviews. So if you're enjoying this stream, please share it out. I'm really happy to be here live. I'm really happy to share this with you. So let's transition back. Now that we have all of our videos, I'm going to select all and all 402. We're going to hit continue. Yes, continue the bulk copying. And TubeBuddy in real time, if it notices any issues, so video length could be an issue or anything like that, it will let me know. So videos cannot promote the video being watched, so I can't promote on the actual video itself, which makes sense. So that is something you need to keep into consideration, because when you are adding your videos to other videos, let's say it has too many cards already. Let's say there are things you may not have thought. Overall, when you notice a drop off, and as I said, we're doing this in bulk, you can constantly update that template. So if you release videos weekly, then you can constantly every week push to your latest video. If you do videos daily, this may not be as doable because then you're constantly pushing, but it's all within reason. What you want to remember is, if this is something you wish to do, remember not to overwhelm yourself by doing this constantly. Find a video. If you do videos weekly, once a week, maybe it's the first video of that week or the first video in a series, so that your audience can see it in quick succession. We here at TubeBuddy, we upload once a week. So for us, this makes a lot of sense to make sure we're pushing to our latest upload, especially when we want to make sure that we're helping our users understand TubeBuddy. Viewed this is saying a lot of things. We're seeing a lot of stuff. Started a second channel and don't want to hit a second license. I would also say, if you have multiple licenses, as Ike is saying, check out TubeBuddy support. While this is going on, I think you guys get the idea, so let's hit stop copying. And we could add this to all of our videos, but if we wanted to wait, as you can see, these are all the videos these cards have been added to. And just to check, let's click on a random video. I don't necessarily know, but if we look at the minute 52-second mark, we play just a little bit before that, there's a card there. And then obviously this one is a rare example where right above at the minute 48 we had something. So as you see here, we have the card, and it was added just like that, very easily. And again, you could do that for free, but to go through all of those videos would take a lot of time, and a lot of time we don't necessarily have. So finding that balance and doing those things saves so much time, and that at the end of the day is one of the amazing things TubeBuddy can do for you. Be it templates, be it through a lot of different features, we have a lot of things that can save you time. And for me as a creator, that's super important. Tiffany Von Grayley says, "Hi, welcome Tiff. We have real life clean living. Great to have you as well." It is time to check out the question document where you guys are asking your questions live. So one question we are getting asked is, how do I do an A/B test? Which is a really good question. Some of the reasons you may want to do an A/B test, especially with TubeBuddy, is to see which thumbnail is performing better for you. But there's more to it than just that. When you are doing an A/B test, it is usually finding which thumbnail is going to get more people clicking and watching your content. That is a very simplified version to a very complex topic, but here is how you do an A/B test. So, from YouTube, we are going to click right here on the TubeBuddy drop-down menu. We will head down to Website Tools, and then we are going to click on A/B tests. While that is pulling up and I log into TubeBuddy's backend, I will show you all how to do a A/B test because it's very useful. So now that I am here, let's go ahead and click on A/B tests. So here are some of the videos I did an A/B test for. Now this is going to be on my personal channel by I log out, but let's show you TubeBuddy while I get that up. And the reason you want to do an A/B test is you want to know which thumbnail an audience is responding better to. Because if you know that a thumbnail is getting more clicks comparatively, you want to try to err on the use of that thumbnail. So I'm going to show you some A/B tests we've done here at TubeBuddy. So first, to start and create an A/B test, you come to the TubeBuddy backend once you hit create A/B test, and you will be brought up to a page like this. As you can see, we are actively doing A/B tests here at TubeBuddy. A/B testing does require a legend level license, but one thing you want to do is hit the green create A/B test. This will take you through TubeBuddy's A/B test system. As you can see, it's going to show you your thumbnails over the last I think this is our last 5. Yes. So as you can see here, this is a thumbnail that I would like to A/B test because this is actually something we are testing internally. So let's say this is a video I want to A/B test, and here you can choose to do a thumbnail A/B test or you can choose to do a metadata test. We're just going to do a thumbnail test, and then you can choose how long you want the test to run for. The default set number of days is 2 weeks, and usually this gives you an idea to see how people are responding to your thumbnail, and then it gives you an idea to see how people are reacting to the variation. So if you want to do just a quick test that gives you 2 weeks of results right from the upload, which one your core audience wanted more, reacted to better, you can set the 14-day mark. However, if you want to make sure you are running a test until you know for it without a shadow of a doubt it is going to get more clicks, then you want to make sure you're running the test through statistical significance. But for our example, we're going to go ahead and hit select a number of days. So as you'll see, which video I'd like to run the test on, it's our ad. We can see it's an A/B test for our thumbnail, and we can see it's for 14 days. Next, we are going to choose a file to upload. So I will quickly do that when you guys can focus right here, because as much fun as file management is, I think it gives you an idea of kind of what we are looking for at TubeBuddy. Again, what the A/B test is going to do is going to take your original thumbnail you uploaded with the video and a new thumbnail that you designed to test against the old one, and every day at midnight, TubeBuddy will automatically for you rotate the thumbnail out so you as the creator knows which one gets more people to click through and watch the video. Again, a very simplified explanation of it, but that is a really good example of what it can do. So that is something to keep in mind. I see that Robinator 2010 is asking, can I get a TubeBuddy shirt? Vegan Game says, I was just using TubeBuddy. Well, first of all, I am glad you were just using TubeBuddy. Second, if you would like a TubeBuddy shirt, I believe under the video here, there should be a link to our shop, but I believe it's tubebuddy.com/shop if you would like a TubeBuddy shirt. That being said, we will transition. And so this video is about our Pro Tools. So what if we just said every Pro Tool? Start test. It's going to let us know the test thumbnail will be applied to your video at midnight, exactly like I said. Of course, this is PST for me. In order to line up with YouTube's analytical data, it will alternate the test and the original every 24 hours while the test is running. Good luck. I'll click yes, start the test. TubeBuddy will create the test. And then on April 10th, once all the data has been collected, we will get the results of this thumbnail. However, I don't know about you, but if I'm watching an example, I don't want to wait 14 weeks, though I would appreciate if you all came back in 14 weeks. More realistically, I'm going to show you a completed test so that you can see some of the data that we were able to collect on TubeBuddy. So why don't I show you one that we were able to see kind of in real time. So here is a test we did on all of our legend tools, right? So I was curious of which one would perform better. Now, there are a lot of data points here, and there's some things to kind of keep in consideration, but from what I found and what we saw on average is that my click-through rate when it came to me smiling and talking about the best legendary tools for YouTube was higher when it was me smiling than me looking maybe a little more smug. Also, this just best legendary tools for YouTube versus TubeBuddy legend tools for YouTube. I feel like more YouTube-based people are likely to click, but let me know. What would you do and which would you click on? Because this is actually super important. Would you click on the original or would you click on the variation? Let me know in the live replay or in that replay. I see a comment here. So something to keep in mind is if you have any questions, please put them in that question document. And mods, could you just link to that question document so I can get a chance to better answer them? The chat kind of scrolls a little bit too fast for me, so if you can ask there, it really does help just that bit. But as we transition back, what we will see is while I think I'd personally probably click on the original, what we're seeing is that most people kind of agreed. Now, if you notice, the view is kind of the difference here, right? So while this one did get a little more views, more people were likely to click on best legendary tools for YouTube. And as we kind of go through here, we'll see that the click-through rate was higher on here. So that kind of gives you an idea. And so that's how you kind of run an A/B test with TubeBuddy. Of course, you have more data. The more data you have, the better tests you can get. What you want is so much data that it is undeniably true that this thumbnail gets more data. So I usually go for statistical significance, but if it's a new video that I want to test kind of more quickly, then you can also do then. But one thing to think about when you are doing an A/B test is that if your video only gets 10 views and you're alternating it between those two thumbnails, then one may have a lot higher just because that's when the day clicked. So the more data you give the A/B test, the more data YouTube has, the better chances you are to get an accurate reading from both TubeBuddy and YouTube in general. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look back at the question document. Got another question in here. And so I was asked, can you tell the best time to upload? The best time to upload is whenever you let your audience know. You can also take a look at your analytical graph and see when you are getting the most view velocity within the last 48 hours. That is within the YouTube Studio Beta. And the reason that is so important is that you want to make sure that people are clicking and watching right when you upload. So if you put on your banner, that's an easy way to have a good time to upload. If you put in all of your videos descriptions or even within a video that, hey, this is when I upload, if you want to see my latest content, check it out then. Again, the best time to upload is when you let your audience know. If you don't have a built-in audience, and let's say you're a smaller YouTuber than that, although there is no small creator, hashtag no small creator, one thing to think about if you're just building your audience is that you can set the authority. However, you also want to remember that make it easy for people to know when to expect content from you. I know on TubeBuddy that we tell people that we are live every Wednesday and that on every Monday we have a new video. So that kind of gives people a schedule to know, all right, Monday, new TubeBuddy video, Wednesday, TubeBuddy live stream, like you're watching now if you're watching live. If you're watching on the replay, let us know what day you're watching and if you've made it this far. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. We're getting questions in the question docs. Ooh, this is from it's from Geekism. As a Let's Play channel, my content is very spike and small tail. Most of my views come in the first 48 hours, so can an A/B test work well for this kind of channel? I'm glad you asked that because one of the 3 channels I mentioned earlier is actually a gaming channel. What you need to remember about on a Let's Play channel specifically, so this is a gaming channel, and this can go to a lot of people. This can go for vloggers. This can go for any kind of series content. Let's Plays are pretty much series. So episode 15 is going to have different results than episode 1. What you are going to need to do, especially with a Let's Play or any series-based piece of content, is you have to hook them in that first episode of the Let's Play. So that is super important to think about. So when it comes to A/B testing, it may not make the most sense to A/B test episode 15 in your Let's Play. But episode 1 is definitely the most important piece of content because that's the piece that gets people to watch episode 2. If they like episode 1, they're going to watch episode 2. So maybe not episode 15, but I would say prioritize that first episode, that entry point into that Let's Play or that series you're doing. Because if they're not coming in through that, which is the first episode, then that's where I'd recommend focusing your tests. And I hope that really gives you something to work on. I'm seeing more people. Go Groomer says, hi, Andrew. Sorry, so late. No worries. This is a great stream to be at no matter the time. So that is something that I hope helps you out, especially with Let's Plays, because I have a channel where I do some Let's Plays. So I kind of understand how that works from that side point. And I've worked with a lot of gaming channels from all varying sizes. Going ahead and looking through here, I see from Real Life Clean Living. I'd like to do affiliate links for TubeBuddy, but my content is not related to this sort of thing. How would you suggest I post an affiliate link if my content is not related? Or should I not? So what I always tell people is when it comes time, and if you're unaware, TubeBuddy does have an affiliate program. So I'll show you the affiliate program side, and then I want to explain affiliate links. First of all, if you are using any link that drives people off the platform, especially if you're a smaller creator, YouTube doesn't like when you push people off site. Think of it this way. If I just got a viewer into my YouTube channel and they're watching my video, and then another creator just came up and said, no, watch mine instead, and they watch my video, I wouldn't necessarily like that. So YouTube is trying to keep people on the platform. If you want to advertise a TubeBuddy affiliate link, make sure that it is relevant to the audience you are serving. So if your audience doesn't necessarily create content on YouTube, then a TubeBuddy affiliate link may not be the best place to promote. Instead, since based on your channel, Real Life Clean Living, if it's about living cleanly, maybe it's through diet, maybe you go and promote things that you use to help you eat cleanly. Again, you want to make it relevant to the person that is watching your content because it is a person. We often say our audience, but for example, you watching right now, you are a part of this live stream. You and I are having a one-to-one connection. Be it any of the people in chat, be it anyone watching the replay, we are having a conversation. So when it comes time to serving content, to serving something that your audience will enjoy, you may need to make it relevant to your audience. TubeBuddy is great, but if your audience is about healthy living or clean living, maybe TubeBuddy isn't what they need from you. I always say, make sure that you are serving what is best for your audience. Now, us here at TubeBuddy, we want to help as many creators as possible. So let's say you have a friend that starts YouTube and you want them to get TubeBuddy. That's when I'd recommend you share them the affiliate program. Or let's say you create a video on how you were able to make your cooking videos searchable. Well, that's when TubeBuddy would fall a little bit more organically into that. But you always want to keep it relevant to your audience. Welcome, Evan Carmichael. Good to see you. He says, A/B testing is my favorite feature of TubeBuddy. Evan, we just did a demonstration on A/B testing. Guys, Evan Carmichael is a huge supporter of TubeBuddy, and we could not support him enough either. Real life clean living says, thank you, Andrew. Great information. I want to keep it relevant. Thank you. I think you're totally right. And again, always make sure when you are delivering to your audience, it's your voice. It is you who is telling your audience to check something out. Make sure it's relevant to them. Like if I told you right now to go ahead and check out something different that wasn't TubeBuddy related, it would take us out of this experience. We are creating a viewer-watcher relationship. We want to be relevant and we want to keep true. Harley Pebbly, you can A/B test titles, descriptions, tags. However, I would recommend only doing that if the content isn't performing. And I'm talking like in the last 90 days, it has accumulated less than 10 views. At that point, that video is not performing. It could just be due to the content itself. One thing I want to really stress is that you can't SEO your way out of a video that didn't deliver on its promise. If the piece of content doesn't deliver with what you said the title and thumbnail were about, then maybe it's the content, and maybe that's a learning experience to the next piece. You can't SEO your way out of a bad video that doesn't deliver on what you titled it, what you had as your thumbnail, and things of that nature. So, I see some more questions have come into the chat, and I would like to remind you to please put them in the question doc. But while that is going on, let's go back to TubeBuddy and show out another TubeBuddy feature. So one thing I don't see a lot of people utilizing within TubeBuddy, and this is something that I think a lot of people, especially on the Star and Legend track, is you can do search rank tracking on your videos. So you can kind of see where your videos have been. So this is a very important question, and it's from Jaime Muscle. My question is, I have read comments saying using TubeBuddy can get your channel terminated. That is not accurate. So a lot of YouTubers trust us. We are a YouTube certified partner. If you are obeying YouTube's terms of service, if you are doing things properly, that is what is crucial. There is a support document that we can link in the chat and will be in this video description that covers a lot more of this complex topic. But what I want to say is that TubeBuddy is safe to use and is trusted by millions of YouTube users. And that is what I would like to say on that. Again, the question is very important. I just want to quickly address it. We will have a link in the description. So hopefully that can help you get some confirmation and make you feel a little bit safer. That being said, I've been talking for a bit. I'm not Nick Nimmin. I don't have gills. Thank you, TubeBuddy, for giving me this water flask. Woo! As we continue onward, let's go back to that feature. So, a lot of people are using the keyword Explorer, and I think it is probably one of my most favorite features within TubeBuddy. It is one of the things that a lot of people know. It is a thing that a lot of people ask about. And so, if you have TubeBuddy keyword Explorer questions, this is the time. If you have any questions about this feature, let me know in the link in the description. Bravestar, put it in. Bravestar, thank you for holding it down. Thank you all of the mods for holding it down. You guys are doing great work. Two Chooks ask, are there TubeBuddy stocks for sale? Currently, no. But that is a great question, and maybe I'll bring that up in our next meeting. So, thank you. It's also good to see some of the company stuff. So, one thing, because YouTube doesn't want people to leave the platform, does that mean videos with no external links in the descriptions would perform better? Not necessarily. Again, it depends on what's the end goal of your content. Are you trying to build a website? Are you trying to build a course? What are you wanting to do on YouTube? If you want to gain 1 million subscribers and keep growing your YouTube channel, then keep people watching YouTube content and put links to videos that they can watch and support you on YouTube. If you want to build an email list, then link to your email list. At the end of the day, contact is always what you want to do with your content. So if you want to build that YouTube channel, keep people watching YouTube. If you want to build a website or a mailing list or anything else, then send them that way. It's up to you as the creator. But the caveat is, make sure you are not accidentally breaking terms of service. Always follow YouTube's terms of service. I cannot stress that one enough. Seeing a lot of good things here. I'm going to butcher your name, is asking, how do you entertain your viewers? So that is depending on the audience you're building. Give me more specifics in that question doc and I can help answer. But right now we're focusing on the keyword Explorer. All right, I have a pro license upgrade. However, during search and keyword tools. It will not show related searches at all. Is this normal, or are some issues present? Well, that's a great question. So first of all, I want to focus on clean living because we had someone earlier who had clean living. And this question is about related searches not showing up at all. So I'm assuming you're meaning right here, and this is from all around topics. I hope you are still in the chat, and I want to make sure that this is what you're talking about. Are you talking about in the related section? And I see a question. Eric Waite, as I said, what do you think about putting links to playlists in the description below the video? Absolutely. Get people watching more of your YouTube content. If it's relevant to the content, put it in the description. Hopefully that answers your question, but I'm assuming you mean the related here. So the question was, you have a pro license, you type in during search and keyword tools, it will not show related searches at all. So I'm assuming here. So this is to all around topics. So what you would need to see is, what are you searching? Because if I go too specific, like clean living forever while I'm live streaming in March, probably is not going to have anything related. And it's very good because YouTube is just giving it's so much information here that there's not going to be anything related for this. And it's very good because no one is searching for this. So it is so specific that yes, I'm getting very good, but no one's looking for it. So that's something you have to keep in mind. I'm seeing from Metro Sonic, I find the tools very useful when I download TubeBuddy. It helps collecting 9 out of 10 scoring and makes thumbnails good enough to be appealing to bring audience attentions. I'm happy to hear that, Metro Sonic. Things like that make me very happy to hear. Real Life Clean Living says, that's a great title. And my muscle says, my channel is centered around Dodge. So Bayou Garage says, I'm confused. It's had a lot of results. I gave YouTube so much information. YouTube is a search engine. What it's going to try to do, instead of giving me specific results for my query, it's going to throw as much things in front of me as possible in hopes that I click something. You can be too specific. What you need to focus on, and when it comes to research, and let me break this down, is if I'm trying to learn about clean living, let's say I'm doing a video on clean living and I want to show you clean living, well, for life. Then this is going to show me a little bit more results specifically for this, clean living for life. So now we have something that we know people are searching for. We can kind of take a look at things that people have titled. So again, we're making a video about clean living for life. Now that we know that people are searching for this and that there's fair search volume, there's very good competition, which if you're ever wondering what any one of this means, it shows how good this keyword is to target for your specific channel because I'm using weighted results. So the competition is pretty low, which means it's very good. Optimization strength is excellent, which this essentially means that if we look here, how many videos have this exact keyword phrase in their title, their description, etc. Partial matches are this light yellow, where full matches are this vibrant highlight yellow. And we can see that our keyword is clean living for life. Exact match, so it's in this bright yellow. We can see our partial matches are in these lighter yellows. So when TubeBuddy and YouTube, and the reason we do this is because this is what YouTube's looking for, it's looking for this exact statement, what we titled our video to be here. Now here's the thing. Once you have your searchable term, which we know clean living for life, it is your job as a creator to find a reason to get people to click through. So the searchable bit is clean living for life. Let's construct this into a title, and maybe there are video topics here or web searches as we transition back. So there are no video searches or web searches. Again, we've really specified this down. If we go back to clean living, we can see more of these results because this is our broad term. We look at web searches, clean living room, clean living RV park, clean living diet. So if we go to video topics, how to clean living room, how to clean, of course, how to is the easiest content to create. Though for what we wanted, it was clean living for life, right? So this is a searchable part right here. Our title should be Clean Living for Life. And then you should get something that entices viewers to click. So I see a lot of people when they do their title, My Clean Living Life. Well, that's not the same thing as My Clean Living for Life is now going to give us different results because then you've made it about you. When you are creating an audience, when you are creating a video, you, the creator, needs to think about the person watching. You watching right now came to this stream to learn how to better understand and utilize TubeBuddy. I am delivering on that promise by teaching you how we use TubeBuddy to rank for videos. So, I am helping you watching right now, not the you in chat, not the other people in chat, you specifically watching. My goal is to help you better understand TubeBuddy. So, when I put in my title, how Andrew Can uses TubeBuddy, if you don't care how Andrew Can uses TubeBuddy, you as a viewer, what value do you get? You don't. However, if I say using My Clean Living for Life, if I go back for Clean Living for Life, how it can save your life. Immediately you're like, whoa, how it can save my life? What is the value? What am I doing that there's something that could save my life? Immediately you're more likely to click than Andrew Can's Clean Living for Life. If you don't care about me, that's not relevant to you watching. But if I say Clean Living for Life, how you can save your life, immediately you see the value. How can I save my life? I need to eat cleaner. It automatically sparks interest. So that's where we found that searchable term, which was Clean Living for Life. That's the search term. You put that in the first bit of the title. Then that second bit, you make it relevant to our audience, your ideal viewer. So that is something to keep in mind. Does that make sense? And I hope so, because you need, and the reason I keep asking, does that make sense, is because I want to make sure that you are understanding the ideas. This is exactly what I've been doing this year with my keywords. The new weighted terms is so much better, says Black Warrior Lures. Uncle Dan says, I don't think my channel description has the word I anywhere in it, which is a good practice. I see Crypto Cruising, great to see you. 30-day reviews. Real Life Clean Living says makes sense. I'm going to go back to the question document and see if we have any more questions. We do, which is good. I am happy to see that. As we go live, we are gaining momentum. We are gaining viewers. If you know anyone who you have been trying to get on TubeBuddy, this is where you would drop that affiliate link. But if you know anyone you've been trying to teach YouTube or trying to help them better understand the process of how YouTube works, this could be a stream. So if you share this out, we highly appreciate it. That being said, I want to go ahead and look at some of the things. So to finally make sure I cover the topic, and as we kind of see, if you are too specific in your keyword, related will not show up. The broader you go, the more related video searches, web searches, etc. you will find. But you want to be able to find something that you can personally rank for. And again, the weighted score does require, as you see here, a pro license or higher. So that's something I want to make sure. So I see dolls will be dolls. Hi, Andrew. I've been using Keyword Explorers. What am I doing wrong? It's not growing. Help. So Keyword Explorer, as I was saying, its entire job is to give you to show you ways to be discovered. You need to think as those keywords of ways to be discovered. My question would to be to you, dolls will be dolls. And again, I'm now delivering you, as I was saying a bit earlier, that one-to-one level. And if you're watching this and you're not dolls will be dolls, think about how you can shape something that you want to make a video on. And this will apply to you just as much. But if you want to do that, you got to ask it in the question doc. That's my only thing I will be asking you. Let's go back to that question doc. And this question doc says, I'm seeing screen caps from some people suggested word ranking all the recommended words without having to take the next step, bring into Explorer. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to need more specifics on that. Andrew, as most of my video uploads are instructional and educational, I have a lot of Amazon affiliate links to tools and products. Is this a bad thing? Again, if you want to build your sales, then that's the focus of that piece of content. If you want to build your YouTube channel, then keep people watching YouTube. It's what is your end goal with that video. And again, some videos can literally just be to build sales. That's fine. It's just understanding that if you're going to have one video that builds your sales, you need to have 3 videos if you want to grow your YouTube channel that keeps people watching YouTube. When you push people off YouTube, then you are doing what is called ending a watch session. What that means is that YouTube knows, okay, they stopped watching YouTube on this video. Why? So if you want to make sales, point people to that Amazon affiliate. If you want to grow your YouTube, point people to other videos to keep them on platform. Seeing more people. Eric Waits says, I need to run. I will watch the rest of the replay. Thanks. Thank you, Eric, for joining us. I see dolls will be dolls. I will. So again, let me know what you've been trying to find. The question doc is not working for me. Isn't that what the end screen is for? Says Hemi Muscle. I would need more specifics on that kind of question. But let's go back to Keyword Explorer, because it's one thing to do keyword research, but are you making sure that you're saving this so when the video goes live? Let's say I want to do something on, let's go with dolls will be dolls. I saw something from CA. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it. Shannon Hernandez says, the way I see it, it can be a balance of videos and affiliate links in your description. And that's not a bad way to look at it, Shannon. But again, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make sales with your affiliate link, or are you trying to build your YouTube channel? That's something you should always think about when it comes time to your description. And actually, this is a great tie-in to some TubeBuddy features, so thank you. Let's say that I know I'm making a video that will be pushing to Amazon affiliate sales. Then I might want a playlist that links all of the stuff I've ever done on Amazon. And you can do this. It will, once YouTube adds it, will be able to be done in the studio beta. But for now, we'll have to go to the upload defaults. And I'll show you some of the upload defaults we have here at TubeBuddy. With YouTube, you get one upload default, but with TubeBuddy, we can have many. So take a look here. Let's say I wanted to promote Owen Video. Well, boom, I now have a different set of description, links, and everything for Owen. But let's say I want to promote Nick Nimmin. Boom, different stream for Nick Nimmin. Again, with TubeBuddy upload defaults, you can have different descriptions and apply them in bulk right from the upload screen, depending on your end goal with what you want to do with the description. That is something to keep in mind. MI Muscle says I use affiliate links for sales and end screens for more of my content. Well, here's the thing, MI Muscle. When someone clicks off of YouTube, they're not going to see the end screen. So it's great that you had the end screen, but now they're off YouTube and they're no longer watching your content. Now, it's true, you might make a sale, but then you're hoping that they go back to YouTube, and then hoping once they're back on YouTube, they decide, let me watch more of his content. Again, you're asking a lot of the audience. What you need to remember is make it so easy for people to watch your content and do these things that they remember to keep watching you. Shannon Hernandez says, I forgot about that bulk tool. I need to make time to set those up. Again, I love the upload defaults in TubeBuddy because YouTube only gives us one, but we use so many here at TubeBuddy. And you do get one, you get the standard YouTube default and then one extra on the free license. So you can actually use this on a free license. And so this gives you 2 options for upload defaults instead of the 1. Again, if you have questions for me, please add them in the question link. So, Bayou Garage says, trying to find the fine line with titles, still struggling. Last one was one kind of Ford Mustang. Is that too much? P.S. Oh, okay, I know who this is. So, one of a kind Ford Mustang. Well, here's where I am seeing the issue, right? Here's where I'm seeing the disconnect. The Ford Mustang is a searchable bit. The one of a kind is what is supposed to get the user to click on. So you put the searchable bit too far in the end. What you told YouTube is the importance of the one of a kind Ford Mustang. You said, YouTube, one of a kind. But really it was about the Ford Mustang, right? So what you've done is that you've put the most searchable bit at the end instead of the beginning. Remember when we went back to clean eating for life? We knew that that was searchable. We know that's what people are searching for. However, when you put one-of-a-kind Ford Mustang, the searchable bit is Ford Mustang. The part that's going to entice people to click through is what makes this one of a kind. So if I did Ford Mustang dash, the most insane Ford Mustang you've ever seen, then you're telling your audience who's looking for Ford Mustangs that this, for that key person looking for the Ford Mustang, that this video, the person that is searching and hoping to discover a piece of video about Ford Mustangs, you want them to click on your video. You want them to see it. And I'll do it in real time with you. Let's walk through it. I have no issues showing this in real time because it's super important that we get this right. So let's transition over. Let's go to the Keyword Explorer and let's make sure. Dolls will be dolls, says Andrew. I love using TubeBuddy. I'm learning I can't rank with other doll channels. I have to find tags that are more relatable to my channel. Absolutely. You need to make, but more importantly than that, you need to think, what kind of people do I want watching my videos? How is this video I'm creating helping them? That's important. So let's go to one-of-a-kind Ford Mustang. Let's spell it correctly first. Excellent. Doesn't have bad search. But as you see here, one of a kind, that's you, Bayou Garage, so you're showing up. That's not bad. But here's the thing, one of a kind Ford Mustang, so now we're seeing some other stuff, Ford Mustang, Ford Mustang, Ford Mustang. What's more searchable is the Ford Mustang bit, right? So Ford Mustang, right? Well, let's go a little bit more specific on that. What makes this, what is this a, is this like the one of a kind 2019? Is it a Ford Mustang that's 2019 that's one of a kind? Because now we're seeing different results than when we go to Ford Mustang. Like the searchable bit there is the Ford Mustang. The year is important, so if it's a Ford Mustang 65, and here's something else. These are things that YouTube and TubeBuddy are pulling up that people are searching for. So we know that people are looking for Ford Mustang, the 1965 year version. If it's one of a kind, then that is something you can then target. And as we see, the competition is a little different, but we're starting to craft a title based on what people are searching for. And so the idea is your video needs to be the answer that when they're searching, when they are looking for that Ford Mustang piece of content, that your video answers that question, that search, be that answer to the searchable question. And remember that the people are watching. When people watch, it's individually. I don't usually watch a YouTube video with a large audience. I usually watch it very one-to-one. It's a lot different. So when you think about who are you trying to get to watch this piece of content, obviously it's about a one-of-a-kind Ford Mustang, so it's usually Mustang enthusiasts. Great. Why should a Mustang enthusiast click on your video? Start thinking about your ideal viewer, and then start thinking about how can I make this searchable? So focusing on, like the example we use is a Ford Mustang 1965. That is what that car is. Now, Ford Mustang 1965. You won't believe how and then make the part that grabs their attention, because we have the searchable bit right up front, the discoverable bit right up front, then the attention grab needs to be at the end. And you can use other keywords, right? So I'm seeing Ford Mustang 1965. Let's go back, right? So Ford Mustang 1965, we see right here restoration. Ford Mustang 1965, one of a kind restoration. So now it's about the Ford Mustang 1965, but you're also talking about restoration. A one-of-a-kind restoration on a Ford Mustang 1965, which is kind of something you need to think about. Again, think of what's searchable, then think about what will grab that viewer. And again, your thumbnail also has to be really good too. They all play into each other. So many times, people go into a video and they don't have a clear focus, and then they try to find ways to make SEO work for the video. But the problem is, SEO can only work when your video works for you. So if you made a video all about a one-of-a-kind Ford Mustang, then be specific on what kind of Ford Mustang it is. So it's easy for someone searching to know, because they're going to look up Ford Mustang a lot sooner than they're going to look up one-of-a-kind Ford Mustang. The data kind of showed that. Keep that in mind. Shannon Hernandez says, this makes so much sense. I will now restructure my titles like this. And again, that's the point. That is what we are trying to drive home. So I appreciate the comments, the questions. They help make better titles. They help make TubeBuddy work better for you. So what's the best way to use TubeBuddy for channels just getting started to gain momentum early? Hope that makes sense. My channel is about digital marketing. So if your channel is about digital marketing, the best way to use TubeBuddy is in those time-saving features that we highlighted a little bit here. You can also use TubeBuddy to make sure that you are researching things, especially in digital marketing. We just went to social media marketing world here at TubeBuddy. So that is an event all about digital marketing, which sounds pretty much right up your alley. So when it comes to digital marketing, you specifically should think of, who is my ideal viewer? Who am I trying to help with my content? Who am I trying to get watching my content? You said my channel is about digital marketing, so you're going to digital marketers. What are things you needed to know when you started digital marketing? Do you have pieces of content for potential future digital marketers? If no, that's what you need to be creating. And then you can use TubeBuddy to research, and you can use TubeBuddy to have different thumbnails tests. You have TubeBuddy to do so many things for you. But at that level, you really need to dive into what your audience is about. Hello, Costume CO. Good to see you. Shelly is here, hoping that this can help you see and how to use TubeBuddy a little differently. Black Warrior Lure says, folks, this is so much easier than it was 20 years ago. Well, that makes me happy to hear. So I kind of want to focus on your query for digital marketers, right? Let's look up digital marketing, because that is going to be the searchable thing, right? Digital marketing. Let's see what people are looking for. Uh-oh. Search results aren't available. TubeBuddy is giving me an error. Don't worry, folks. Sometimes things happen. Search rankings. I need to refresh the page. Fun times. But while that's going on, remember, if you are enjoying the stream, please consider giving it a like. We have a question in the chat. Fill the thrill? Yes. So with that, you should have access. You should be able to add fonts in the thumbnail generator. If you are having any issues, though, please reach out to support@tubebuddy.com through the email. So let me go ahead and go back to the keyword Explorer while this is loading. Of course, YouTube is giving me issues, but don't worry, folks. We will trudge on. If you have questions, though, please ask in that document. And let me know, of course, if you are finding this information very useful. I'm seeing a lot of new faces here too, which makes me pretty happy. The more new people, the more we can help, the better. Because at the end of the day, TubeBuddy, our ideal viewer, because we've been talking about it, is you watching right now. YouTube creators unsure of their next move. Because here's the thing. What you don't know about YouTube is important to learn about. We want to help you. We want to be a resource for creators. We want to be your best friend on the road to you watching, the creator watching right now, or someone thinking about creating. We want to be your best friend on the road to YouTube success. How are we going to do that? With the amazing TubeBuddy tool set that we have here. Now, going back to digital marketing, now that I've gotten YouTube to work again, it could also just be my internet. Gotta be pretty fair on that. So, let's look here, right? What I'm seeing for digital marketing, this is a pretty fair. So what I'm seeing is that it's got a lot of search. Search volume is excellent, but there's so much competition here. Look at this. This is a lot of competition you're dealing with. And then because these are digital marketers, of course they're going to know how to optimize for this. So what you need to think of is you need to be more specific. If you're going for digital marketing, what kind of digital marketing? Video digital marketing, blog digital marketing, written form, audio digital marketing. There's so many. Again, when you can be more specific, when you can tailor it, and when you can really hone it in. Again, since you're in digital marketing, it's finding your avatar is something you're going to hear about in the digital marketing space. So find the person that you are trying to help with digital marketing. Usually, it's probably beginners if you are trying to help digital marketing people, or It could be people who've been in the field in a long time but don't know things, right? So find who you're trying to serve with your content. A lot of times people want TubeBuddy just to tell them everything. But there are some things you have to kind of know yourself, like who am I trying to target? Maybe that's something we can help you see. And you know what? I've gone a little long, but that's not an issue. So, what I would like to know is, let me know right now if you're watching, who is your ideal audience? That is super crucial. So with that, I want to know. I'm going to check the question document, 2 new questions. I am learning how to rank my videos. I see YouTube is so competitive. How can I rank with these big doll channels? What should I do different to get noticed? Be specific. The more, again, you're being what I call broadly specific. You're telling me you're competing with big doll channels, but what are you doing differently, and who are you trying to reach with your doll channel? Doll enthusiasts, doll beginners? When you tell me who you want to hit, that helps me help you. Because when you're broad and unclear, then YouTube won't know how to help you if you don't know who you want to reach. So I'm seeing from Quinn CJ, women over 30. Now that's a lot more specific. Phil the Thrill says people. That's not a bad thing, though you probably have an idea even more specifically than that. Again, the more specifically you can figure out who you're trying to help, the more you can do in terms of search. So add-on question, when I title, should I include clickbait part in the research? No. First of all, you shouldn't think about it as clickbait. If your video honors through to what, if your video earlier was one of a kind Ford Mustang. Ford Mustang, again, we'll use the example 2019 because it's the year. Ford Mustang 2019 dash, then whatever you're getting people to click on, that isn't relevant. Ford Mustang 2019 is a relevant bit. Now, as you know that your video is about Ford Mustang 2019, again, try to do your research first so that when you are coming in and you are optimizing, you know that you made a video around something searchable. If you just made a video around Ford Mustang 2019 and you don't really know what the video is about, but then you're like, Ford Mustang 2019, a really cool car, then you're really hoping that people looking for Ford Mustangs 2019 wanted to see a really cool car, and then you're hoping with that data, the really cool car part isn't the searchable part, it's just the Ford Mustang 2019. You got to really hope that people are clicking through from that. Damon asks, is there a point where you can get too specific, where the audience isn't big enough to be worthwhile? Absolutely. One of the things I see a lot of people do is get almost too specific. Like, here's the thing. If I tell you how to optimize a video today, March 27, 2019 at 2:13 p.m. on a Wednesday using TubeBuddy, I mean, I guess there might be one person in the world to use that exact search to find this video. But I don't envy you because most people don't search that way. Search equals discovery. When people are searching, they're trying to discover content. I really want to push that idea. When you are searching for something, you are trying to discover content. If you're watching Netflix and you're searching in the search bar, if you're searching by topic, comedy, then you want to be entertained. You're now being more specific. Again, the more specific you get, if you're trying to go after search, then you need to find searchable phrases and then find a reason to people to click through. Once you have that search term, once you know using TubeBuddy's weighted keyword score, which again, will come over here and show, unweighted is worse. The weighted takes your personal performance of your last videos into account. Again, we talked about the difference in a video. So that is something to keep in mind. I'm seeing some good comments here. Bayou Garage says, gotcha. He was the one who had the follow-up question. So again, we were talking about digital marketing earlier. Let's go to digital marketing strategy. Maybe that's a little bit differently. And all of a sudden, our results are getting better. But that's based on our channel size. If you're a smaller channel and you look at the weighted, it may not be there because if you look, this is the lowest viewed video count in the top ranking videos at 3.5 thousand views. So here's the thing. If you are trying to reach small businesses with your digital marketing strategy, then all of a sudden you have a better term for you. But once you know who your avatar is, it really does help. PC Princess says, I plan on making videos in the future. Then you are the ideal TubeBuddy viewer. Whether you have a channel or considering making a channel, our goal, and this is going back to that idea of who you are trying to reach, our goal at TubeBuddy is to help creators on the platform and inspiring creators understand how the platform better works so they can create better content using our set of tools. We want to be your buddy, your best friend on the road to YouTube success. We know who we want to reach with our content. Right now, it's YouTubers, but in the grand scheme of things, it's content creators. We want to help you do better online. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. And because of that, that's the reason we've created our tool set the way we have. And it's a really, really important tool set. And that's something you should keep in mind every time you have any content you're creating. 30-day review says, what level do you have Keyword Explorer? Free. If you want access to everything, you need Pro. But you get Keyword Explorer on the free version. You only get 3 results though. But Pro asks and unlocks a lot of things. But if you would like a trial and have never had one, click that ticker tape. However, that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you got some value out of it. Thank you everyone in the Mon team. I'm Andrew Can from TubeBuddy, and remember, we want to be your best friend on the road to YouTube success.